Greetings, my friends. I am Gilles Mansillon, artist and spiritualist, and I come to discuss an idea today. Is that we're really moving towards towards a new age, a new golden age. It can be a new renaissance. It's the return of God on the planet, and for that we need to reestablish the kingdom of God on the planet, the kingdom of the Christ. We need to prepare the ground, and there are many leaders that are working with this energy of the kingdom of God, that are submissive to the higher will of God. I was saying I support Donald Trump. I don't see eye to eye on all his decisions, but he's challenging the status quo and all of the dark controllers. And so we have to trust that God works as a whole. And I've been already aware, I've been already informed of those who work who work on the side of the light, and those who are opposing the side of the light. And there are many neutral agents. And I'm not really informed of all the participants on this global stage, but it's not the time. I don't need to be informed. But and yet there is clearly that the BRICS in general are challenging. It was a really positive step to see the BRICS nations to challenge the U.S. hegemony. For the United States is destined to become the Garden of Eden. It's been hijacked for a very long time. And so I'm going to discuss a few ideas. Thank you so very much. If you're new to the channel, to think about subscribing. I thank you for your likes, your comments, your sharing. It's very important to communicate right now. I thank you for your donations. It's still very useful for me, and I really appreciate deep gratitude, and it will be returned to you 100 times. As well as, if you want a private consultation, I will definitely send me an email. I will do what I can to set some times to do consulting. I will very soon be implicated in some major projects. For it is very important that we may do some consulting as well, but it will be on a different level. So it's very important to understand that where we are now is very important, to be present in the present. But where we're going is even more important. What we create in the now, where we're heading towards, is very essential. It is really understanding the potential of liberty, of freedom, of joy, of creativity, and ecological restoration, and harmony, peace. All of that is very important, because otherwise, if we get too stuck within the aspect of the contradicting program, we're wasting our energy. The more we elevate our consciousness, the more we have access to information that comes directly from the cosmic mind. I'm going to talk about this a little bit, and it's revealed through I am presence. I am presence is a pre-personal spirit, when the cosmic mind is a super personal spirit on many aspects, or personal. And so they're very different in nature, but they're really similar in divinity. And it's not all clear to me yet, all of those aspects of the highest consciousness level, the settled relationship between all those aspects of divinity. But I'm really interested to discover more. And so, like Socrates said, I know one thing, is that I do not know. Therefore, I am open to learn and grow and change. The more we are able to change, we are accepting to change, to leave our comfort zone, the more we are able, the faster we'll move along the way. But it's not easy to accept that all is perfect, as it all serves the evolution of consciousness, that all aspects of life are perfect at all time. All is the will of God, minus the will of man here on the planet, and minus the will of the Father, Mother God of our local universe, minus the will of the Elohims and all the celestial beings that are intervening in this cosmic play. So on paradise, the will of God is, and on the central universe, only the will of perfection is applied. But in the universe, there is all kinds of will that intervene within the process of creation, and yet all works out for the will, for the general plan of the Creator. The plan of the Creator is unbreakable. It is eternal. It is unshakable. It is perfect. Yet it is an eternal unfoldment. And it takes in consideration the high and the low, the pure and the impure. So God is omniscient and omnipotent, but He's not omniscient. He's not the one who's making all the decisions. We are participating in making our own choices and decisions. So it's actually, there is all kinds of lines of descension from the Universal Father and the Paradise Trinity that descend upon the universe as all the way down to mortal consciousness, so to speak. And so So yet it all works in the relative perfection, all the way down to to even the negative egos and the negative beings, the darker, those who are polarized negatively, are serving the plan of the creator in a way, because they're participating in the evolution of consciousness. Yet we cannot associate. We have to curve and transmute and neutralize all negativity as soon as it is we have this power. We have many tools at our disposal, the love and light of God, the violet fires, and many other tools, and the calling on the company of heaven and the assistance of angels. So it is important to turn our intention back always to the source, the prime creator, for guidance and wisdom, and to be very determined in staying within our joy, our peace, our inner light, yet to remain very, very flexible. There are things we have choice over and things we have no choice over. It's the basis of Stoicism. But we have much more choice than we believe and we know at this point, because we are co-creators in reality, and every problem have a different solution, and there is different level of resolution in relationship to all problems. So it is very important. Personally, I'm asked to utilize forgiveness very much, and and to continue, because we can see fault and darkness everywhere, but we can also see good everywhere. It all depends on our positioning. So it's important to look beyond the darkness, to see it as an illusion. Yet it will, if it's not, if it's, yet it will play out. The darkness will play out its own hand if we let it. So we do not want to let it. We do not want within ourselves or within our consciousness or outside of us. We need to stop it as soon as possible. It's like, and so, but by continuing to cultivate love, light, and wisdom and connection to our higher guidance, we're discovering new ways of finding returning to the divine justice that we see before us, for all will be made right. And so it's like so because the course, the plans of the darkness and the implication of the darker energies on the earth is far darker than anything we can think or believe. Even has been shown things that are you don't want to know, but it's all playing out because the naivety of human beings. They do not know they are creator, and then a lot of them are still like this Stockholm complex, trying to defend their captors. So, but do not judge them. We have to raise our consciousness beyond good and evil. It's like Nietzsche was saying. He wrote this book, Beyond Good and Evil. It's like beyond judgment. Then we can see the truth. There are the pure and the impure. There is the high and the low. There is the darkness and the light. But all of that is just a game, a play. Because in truth, there is only the one plan of God, the one consciousness of God that is growing and evolving as one. Yet we're constantly confronted with those opposing forces. Personally, I have this. I have to deal with very impure condition due to a soul relationship I have. That I have no choice. It is there. Well, she's not a violent criminal or anything, but it's what our life is, as far as I'm concerned, it's very impure and very. So I have to always. My soul and my spirit is always guiding me to forgiveness and compassion in relationship to that person, to assist her, because she's at the beginning of her awakening, and to assist her there. And in order to stay within my alignment, I have no choice but to practice forgiveness and compassion in relationship to that spiritual connection. But sometimes we reveal truths that we do not want to know. To return to this philosopher, Friedrich Nietzsche, he said, one thing he said is that the strength of a person is measured by how much truth he can tolerate. And the spirits seem to trust in me to tolerate a lot of really dark and light truths, a lot of truths. So it's like, because you don't need to know. It's always knowledge and consciousness is all about need to know. How much can we handle? How much wisdom do we have in relationship to the opposition of dark and light? But God has a unified plan, and this plan is always working for the good of the whole. So we're here to bring back this kingdom of God on the planet and to bring about this new renaissance. Well, I didn't mean to criticize this person or this. I'm sorry if I feel judgmental in relationship to that. It's just I feel tied to have to deal with situation that I feel it's outside of my control, but I still but on the higher soul level there is a plan. It's like it's not always obvious, and because there is always those who comply with the heart and the ways of the spirit, and those who resist, who oppose it. For all and God will utilize the unfoldment of time for things reveal and get solved in the right time, in the right way, at the time of God. So we have to trust that and be ready for a great change that is coming. For the card of the day is chaos and conflict, to allow all that is no longer in harmony with all that is discordant within life to come up to the surface, to be expurged. So the wisdom is to be really, I'm going to pull a few oracles, to be really anchored within each daily situation. It's like each of the daily tasks that we do, we need to be in the consciousness, to be present with all the little things. What we need to understand is the faithful heart. It's like me, this love connection, this very deep bond with this person. I have to remain true to that, regardless of the fact that she's so often absent and involved romantically with other men. It's just the condition. It's like it's not very honorable. It's not very but it makes me humble and detached, and part of me is completely free of all that in any event. And I have also soul connection. When we use a light soul connection, when we move on the soul plane, soul level, we see that our light is doing different things to different people, is reacting differently in relationship to many other souls. Yeah, and the soul connection cannot be made intellectually. They're just there. They just soul contract. And sometimes we feel we progress, and sometimes we feel we regress. So just go with the flow, but ask to be connected to your soul. Ask your soul, what can I do for you today? What should how do I align? And what we need to do is to relax, to relax, to enjoy, to take a nap. It's the time of the nap. We need to integrate. We need to relax and regenerate as much as possible. And the outcome will be the destinies. And we're really set on the course of our highest destiny. And so regardless of what we're going through, it is. Our destiny is assured if we continue to follow our inner guidance. From the moon perspective, we'll see the observer says work through your fears. We have to discharge all fear. The universe will push all our buttons to confront our fears. The moon wisdom is that show the world the real you. So to be authentic and not be afraid to be a beacon of light, not to be afraid to come into the world, not to be afraid to show your light. No, you're protected, you are guided, and your light is necessary in the world. What we need to understand is don't let pride get in the way. So it's like to remain humble and for it's like certain situation, our ego needs to be broken down so we can be our true self and return to our full empowerment. What we need to do is to know that the energy is gaining momentum, and the outcome is your hard work is paying off. So this ascension is coming, and this golden age, this kingdom of God is coming because of the work that we've been collectively doing, and also on the personal level, what we've been seeking is unfolding and will manifest, and then we'll start a new process, a new learning process, a new level of service and empowerment. From the Ganesh perspective, it talks about fulfillment as the observer. What we need, the wisdom is understanding. It's not we don't have a full understanding of the soul contract just yet, but we're seeking more understanding, more. What we need to understand is the promise of the future, to continue to align for it's like the reality of what my soul and spirit promise me is really so amazing. It is coming. It's like when you tune into your soul and spirit, it's like you're moving into the future and you bring back the information in the now, and it's like to allow not to doubt about it, to be aligned with that. And for it's like what we need to do is concentration, focus on what makes sense, without tension, without like holding on, like just stay in the general realm of the energy. and the outcome is oneness, and we're going to move into a great level of unity. Our cosmic destiny will unfold. There is level of consciousness and reality that we cannot have any idea what we're in a physical incarnation, but we're preparing ourselves from a glorious destiny, a liberated path. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you, my friends. I wanted to come and say hello on this Sunday, and I'm going to finish with a song. And I thank you so much for all your presence and for continuing to cultivate this sense of oneness and to work for to work to do whatever you can to assist this plan of the Creator. For God needs us, for we need Him. We probably need Him more than He needs us, but He needs us just as much in truth, because we are here in physical presence, and that's how it works. And so this is about, we'll recognize each other. When if we saw each other in heaven, I think we would. Very good. The song goes a song of a great musician called Eric Clapton. It's called Tears in Heaven. It was like this. Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. Would you hold my hand if I saw you in heaven? Would you help me stand if I saw you in heaven? I'll find my way through night and day, 'cause I know I just can't stay here in heaven. Time can bring you down, time can bend your knees, time can break your heart, have you begging please, begging please. Beyond the door, there's peace, I'm sure, and I know there'll be no more tears in heaven. Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. Of course, we do belong in heaven, or we will when the time is right, when the time is appropriate. But we will recognize each other, but it wouldn't be the same, because there is no critical. The energy of heaven, for I have a chance to test upon that, is really very different. It's like there is so much love, so much consciousness, that the critical mind has no place there. And so we'll if the situation cannot be resolved, we'll resolve them in between, in the afterlife. Certain things I hope to be able to resolve all kind of past energy, past relationship. But if they cannot be resolved, they will be worked out on some other dimension in between life. And so the observer of the day is the mission. We're really here on a mission. Where the wisdom is the triumph. We're really triumphant over all our limitation, and what we need to understand is the solution. There are many solutions that are unfolding outside of the problems. What we need to do is the light, to be the light, to cultivate the light, to operate on the frequency of ever-increasing octaves of light. And the outcome will be recomfort. We're going to be able to find this recomfort, to find this, to find the ability to complete this healing and to find this empowerment, this self empowerment. Well, I thank you very much. I hope this message was interesting for you. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.